Hello and welcome to my channel. And if this is your first time here, my name is Millie and I absolutely love multi-chromes and any indie, shiny, sparkly, and shifty eyeshadows really. And I like to do this series called Multichrome Monday on my channel. It's been a while since my last video, but I would like to try to get more up in the future. There's been a lot more mainstream multichromes that have been launching, and of course, you know, I had to try them out and compare them to all my indie multichromes. And so today we're going to be talking about the new Dominique Cosmetics liquid eyeshadows, and I think there was like 7 or 8 or maybe less that launched, but only 2 of them were labeled as multichromes, and so those are the 2 shades I'm going to be talking about today. So the first shade is called Pretty Wild, and this is a red to gold to orange to green shift. This is what the component looks like, and it's basically a liquid eyeshadow that comes with this doe foot applicator like this. And the other shade is called Electric Soul, and these do have a really nice sweet vanilla scent. And this shade has a purple to green to teal shift. Same applicator as the other one, of course. I'm gonna swatch these on the edge of my hand because this is where I like to swatch multichromes. That's how you can really easily see shifts, is when they're on a bend. So here is Electric Soul, and I don't know if it's translating as much, but it's very, very sheer in real life. It's a little thicker formula, and I will build this up to show you what it looks like with 2 coats. So then we have Pretty Wild. This one seems a little more opaque, at least from my angle. I know it looks super patchy on camera, which is interesting. But I'm again facing the similar issue that I do with pretty much all liquid eyeshadows, and that is when you swipe them on, they kind of start to wipe off what you already put down, so you have to wait for them to dry. So I'm gonna add another layer. So technically, a way to look at it is you could use them as kind of toppers, and if you wanted them to be more opaque and use them as something that's a lot more glam, you could build it up to 2 coats. And I also put them on a black base, and it definitely helps so much, so I will show you what that looks like as well. And for that, I'm just using this random Pat McGrath black gel kind of liner that's a little thick to really be doing like a eyeliner with. Now, I don't know how this would work with longevity because personally cream products and me don't get along, so I'm not sure if you put like a liquid over a black gel liner that isn't set, how long that would last. I have suspicions that that wouldn't end well for me personally, but you could try it. So I'm going to set it just because I'm afraid of the cream kind of mixing in with the eyeshadow formula. So I'm gonna have to go over this purple spot, but I'm sure it's pigmented enough. I'm sure it'll be fine. So you can see that works a lot better. Could definitely go in with another coat, but I don't think I'm going to. So first I'm just going to put these on my bare lids just so you can see, but we already know it's pretty sheer, but just to get an idea of what it looks like on the lid if you can see the shift. And then I'm going to do a black base and show it on the black base. So you can see pretty streaky, very, very, very light. It kind of reminds me of the Divina Galaxy Dust Shifters, like those are more like toppers. So next I'm going in with this shade. You can tell it's more pigmented, but pretty streaky, especially here. It just doesn't want to. I'm gonna go in with that gel liner wing like I always do for my swatch videos. I'm gonna finish this wing off with something sharper though. And I'm going to set my lid with a just black eyeshadow. I don't really want it to be tacky. So going in with Pretty Wild, that is such a huge difference. I do think that these are supposed to be more like toppers, even from swatches. I don't think these are supposed to be like jeweled multi-chromes by any means. But I think they're just like cool. But I do feel like they're just a bit too sheer. These wings are definitely not even, but that's okay. Going in with Electric Soul on this side. Again, you can see the color so much better. I think if you're putting these on even just without a black base, so this one is all dry now. You can see it's super vibrant. It's really beautiful, very highly metallic. It really is very shifty in real life. Here's the green to purple shifting one. Super metallic again. The shift is a little harder to see in this one. You really have to move around, but for the most part, it's just like a really bright green. All right, so I threw on just some lashes for photos. And obviously this is a first impression. I haven't worn these for a long time, so I don't know how these will wear on me, but they are definitely really dry. As you can see, there's like no transfer. They dry down. With the black eyeliner, they feel a little heavy. I don't know if it's the black liner that I put on and that's why, but I feel it a little bit, you know, when you put a chunkier eyeshadow on. So I can feel that. It doesn't necessarily feel just like a powder eyeshadow on your lids where you can't feel anything. I can definitely feel some things on my lids. I think that's also because it dries down so much. Nothing coming off on my finger. If anything, like tiny little specks here and there. So that kind of does give me hope on the wear time of these, and I will keep you updated in the comments. When I get a chance to wear them all day, I will definitely update you on the wear time. Overall, it's really interesting to see these more mainstream brands coming out with multi-chromes. It seems like for the most part, it's really liquid eyeshadows because Ciate London just came out with 3 multi-chrome liquid eyeshadows. So I wonder if it's easier for them to formulate, put a lower cost on it, even though these are still pretty pricey for multi-chromes. So I don't think we'll see affordable mainstream multi-chromes for a while. I think we have a lot of time and brands figuring it out how to keep the cost down in front of us before that happens. And by affordable, I would assume most people kind of see that at like between $5 and $10. I'm pretty impressed by these so far in terms of the way that they look over the black base, but they are pretty sheer, which I was kind of expecting. It really seems to be a common theme. And I have another multi-chrome Monday video with the XX Revolution, which is a sub-brand of Makeup Revolution, and they came out with some multi-chrome like pigments and liquid eyeliners, and the liquid eyeliners were absolutely atrocious. They also had some liquid eyeshadows, and I tried those out, and I will link that down below, but it was super sheer. It didn't even want to build up at all. The liquid eyeshadow didn't even want to dry down. I had like a weird allergic reaction to it, so I really didn't have my hopes up. It is too bad that they are so sheer upon first application, but that could be on purpose so that you could just get a nice wash of color and it feels a little bit more wearable than something like this, for example. But I am quite the opposite, and I love something like this, much more dramatic with a blackened base like the Clionadh Jeweled Multichromes and the Terra Moods Multichromes as well. But that's everything for this video. Let me know in the comments below if you picked these up and how you are liking them, if you have any tips and tricks you would like to share with me and anyone else who might be checking in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I do have a Multichrome Monday playlist that I will leave up on the screen in case you're interested in watching some more. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.